Many of us assume that a partner with high intelligence and a rich inner life would be more emotionally accessible. But the capacity for deep introspection can also function as a sophisticated defense. This creates a state of presence bankruptcy. You are physically in the room with someone you love, but your mind is elsewhere, scanning the environment for data or processing the interaction as a mental model. When you treat a conversation as a puzzle to be solved, or a relational moment as material for a future project, you stop being a participant. The people around you might have your physical proximity, but they are starved of genuine connection. For these minds, hyper-self-awareness is less of a bridge and more of a hiding place. This spatial matrix identifies two zones of conflict. First is the library, the intellect's safe headspace, a world of abstract models and cognitive fluency. Opposite is the kitchen, the literal reality of daily life, dirty dishes, bills, and direct human presence. The conflict arises when the intellect attempts to colonize the kitchen. Instead of inhabiting a feeling like grief or love, the mind intercepts the experience and converts it into a diagram or a philosophical theory. This colonization keeps the individual at a distance. They become observers of their own relationships, taking notes on a life they aren't actually leading. This internal structure often traces back to a specific set of rules. In the case files of this behavior, we see recurring childhood patterns. A father with a POW history who believed numbers don't grieve, or a sudden loss like the death of a mother at age 9. To a child's nervous system, these emotional shocks suggest a terrifying new law. Dependency is a direct threat. If you need someone, you invite the possibility of being abandoned or becoming a burden. A highly intelligent child adapts by realizing analyzing a problem hurts less than feeling it. Pattern recognition becomes emotional regulation. This intelligence solidifies into a deactivating strategy. They move out of the vulnerable body and into the mind, retaining control and a constant exit strategy. This detached stance is often mistaken for stoic wisdom, even though it began as a biological survival reflex. In adult relationships, this avoidance manifests in subtle tactics. Concepts like wu-wei, or non-doing, are misapplied to provide a respectable excuse for emotional passivity. But while the anxious mind frames these as acts of sophisticated detachment, they actually function as preemptive abandonment. The trap is the belief that understanding the problem is the same as solving it. You cannot think your way out of a pattern built on overthinking. Analyzing relationship dynamics from a distance is not the same as participating in them. A diagram of your domestic life offers no warmth to the person sharing that life with you. Mastery of psychological literature does not resolve avoidant attachment. The nervous system only updates when you choose to stay in the room during the moments your brain is screaming for an exit. Intellectual insight without observable change in behavior remains a sophisticated form of avoidance. Reversing this requires a mandatory behavioral change, like the sacred block. A strict 1 hour a day with no devices, no analysis, and no insight harvesting. You stop using abstract labels and focus on literal verbs, like washing the dishes. The goal is to surrender the exit strategy entirely, choosing to stay and be depended on without a mapped-out escape route. A philosophy only earns its right to exist if a loved one experiences its benefits without ever needing to know its name.